With the old floor torn out, we have some underlayment placed on the inside of the tiny house, and we'll begin laying some hardwood bamboo floor. The wood floor is installed. We can now put our trim back in place around the perimeter. I'm really impressed how the high quality paint used on the interior covered up the knots that previously were showing. I don't think the other paint used was very high quality, nor was it primed very well. We'll put it in our toilet again. Right now it sits up here. And I want to seal around the shower and sink area really well. This is a wood floor. A lot of people would not recommend a bamboo wood floor. I am a bit concerned. I don't want to damage the floor itself, but more importantly the subfloor below. So what I might do is install in the bathroom a plastic mat, put on top of that plastic mat an absorbent bathroom rug to hopefully keep water from going below this floor surface. This floor I got really cheap off Craigslist. It was $1 per square foot. It was some extra flooring someone had. You can do that with a tiny house. With the small square footage you often have to cover. I'm not too worried about the floor not performing well because it was so cheap and I can just replace it if needed. I just don't want to damage the subfloor. We're looking at the final paint colors. So we might go with mostly this gray, white trim, and some accent colors in this darker blue-gray color. I think that's our decision. And the whole patching is pretty much done. Backside looks pretty clean. This area here used to be just a big opening. We've sealed it up with the CPVC material and put some putty over it because I wasn't comfortable with the seams that were created. I think this will survive quite a long time. The rest of the exterior is also patched. Spots are primed. We're gonna prime the entire exterior with a high quality primer and then coat with a high quality paint. Everything is shaping up to be quite nice. And now we paint the exterior. We're doing some high contrast between the front wall here and the side wall. And now we install some gutters. I bought these type of hangers. There's plenty of gutters and hanger versions you can buy. This guy clips onto the gutter like so, and then you drive in this screw. This is better than the old style version of nails used to hold gutters. And the goal will be to install the screws and gutter under the drip edge. Actually, I don't have a drip edge on the tiny house. So I just need to put it on the soffit right below the roof line. And I'm going to have the water drop along the side of the house in the rear. So I'll have a drop then from the gutter here. It's important to be sure that the water flows, and you don't want the gutter to be perfectly level. You want it to drop a little bit so water does flow, it just doesn't sit in the gutter. With the gutter installed then on the back side of the tiny house, I'm not worried about the front side, but with the back of the tiny house installed with the gutter, I don't have to worry about the rear wall rotting as much as was observed when I first bought the tiny house. It's late evening here, but there's enough light to get some work done. I was gonna install the gutter right now, but what I noticed is that there is no drip edge on this side of the roof. It slopes downward on the back side. Really, I think there should be some drip edge, so I'm gonna install some drip edge. This is the drip edge. Traditionally, drip edge is installed mechanically on roofs. Nails would be used to attach the drip edge. In this case, that would require me to remove some of the metal roof panels to get the drip edge underneath and room enough for a hammer to put in some nails. I don't want to do that. I'm afraid that could cause more harm than good by disturbing the existing roof and the sealed screws. So I'm going to use some construction adhesive to adhere the drip edge to the roof. This is not ideal, but better than what I have right now, and I think will in fact perform fine. As I do this, I'm going to install the gutter with the drip edge over top of the gutter. Hopefully I can put the tar paper over top of the drip edge underneath the roof panels as well. We'll see how that goes. That should give me a watertight system. Here in South Florida, that's important as we often get some driving rains. With the new flooring, I had to remove the original toilet flange, as the new flooring was thicker than the old flooring. And I made a bit of a mess doing it. To attach a new flange, the prior one was glued to the PVC pipe. I'm going to have to drop the tank below, directly below this septic tank exit, and then we can attach a new PVC pipe, a new flange, and reattach the toilet on top of the new flooring. Then the bathroom will be pretty much ready, outside of some caulking and trim around the perimeter. This is the Blackwater sewage tank directly below the toilet in the tiny house. This is made of plastic, and I have some metal straps securing it to the steel frame underneath the tiny house. I'm just going to remove these straps, drop the tank, and then I can gain access to the pipe that goes directly vertical to the toilet. The Blackwater tank is dropped. This is the pipe that goes directly vertical to the toilet. I'm gonna get this off of here, or maybe just cut the pipe here to attach a new pipe. Probably just remove it from the tank and replace this gasket, which is a little bit messed up as well. Alright, so there we go. I'm going to replace this entire pipe and the connection flange to the tank. I don't think this tank has ever been used. It's really clean on the inside. The toilet was still wrapped in plastic, so I kind of suspected that. And it's now confirmed. We'll just replace this, go directly vertical to the new toilet, and attach our new flange. And then we'll have a functioning bathroom in the tiny house. I was curious about the floor construction on this tiny home, and now I'm learning exactly what that looks like. It appears we have the trailer frame, on top of that a protective layer. This looks like steel, maybe aluminum, I think steel protective layer. There's a vapor barrier plastic, followed by very thick insulation foam, and a subfloor of plywood. On the top surface is my new bamboo flooring. I imagine there's some kind of structure material in here as well, between the trailer frame and the top of the subfloor, surely. I'm impressed by the amount of insulation they use. It's quite thick. For $5 on Amazon, I found a new gasket. This will allow me to fit a new pipe and gasket into this Blackwater tank. I'll cut the pipe to length. I think I have to drill a larger diameter hole in the floor of the interior going up to the toilet. The new toilet pipe is dry fitted. I can pull it out from the Blackwater tank below. What I'm going to have to do now is drop the Blackwater tank again, reassemble the pipe to the gasket, and then finally glue on the new toilet flange. We'll be ready to receive a new toilet. Everything else is looking great. We've also done quite a bit of trim work through the tiny house, around the perimeter, between the drywall and wood portions of the wall, even up with the ceiling. Paint's still looking great. The floor is looking awesome. We'll purchase some cabinets, put those in this area, and I'm likely gonna add a kitchen sink. We can move in a refrigerator that came with the tiny house. It happens to be pink. The wife likes it. I'm not a fan, but we'll give it to her. It's coming along.